Tonight, pandemic-related unemployment benefits are coming to an end. What that could mean for our local economy. Plus, as the Greenwood fire grows, so does the help for those being evacuated. We'll break down your options. And an increase in threats has authorities getting creative. How a new app could prevent a dangerous situation.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Just a few weeks from now, the nation's special unemployment benefits set up during the pandemic will be coming to an end. With millions of people across the country still receiving that money, some are wondering what the Northland could see when the checks stop coming. CBS3's Quinn Gorham joins us now. Quinn, what can we expect when those benefits end?
Well, 3 benefits in particular are set to end come September 6th, all of which were established by the CARES Act passed last March. Those benefits include jobless aid for people under special pandemic-related circumstances. Among other things, that means $300 weekly bonus checks and other help for people who have been unemployed for the long term. Lifting those benefits could mean more people looking for jobs, which some business owners hope could also help with widespread staffing shortages. Taylor Golseth, general manager of Boomtown in Duluth, says they've been dealing with staff shortages since they opened earlier this year. But she understands that unemployment might not be a big factor in that.
I don't see that as the only obstacle to people applying in the restaurant industry because of the uncertainty of it and all the closures that we've faced. I just think people are much more comfortable with careers right now that offer a bit more stability.
Boomtown opened its Duluth location in June. Golseth says Boomtown was only recently able to open all 7 days a week, and they're still on the hunt for more staff. COVID transmission rates across the country continue to steadily increase, but most businesses across Minnesota and Wisconsin remain fully open and are actively hiring employees. Well, we're also expecting to get an update on Minnesota's unemployment numbers tomorrow.
All right, we'll look forward to that. Thank you, Quinn. Well, some people in Wisconsin will now be able to get an additional COVID-19 vaccine dose. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services is recommending an additional shot for people who are immunocompromised. That includes people undergoing cancer treatments, organ transplants, and HIV treatment. They say data shows people with certain medical conditions might not build full immunity from 2 doses. The 3rd dose is approved for Pfizer and Moderna. DHS also said people who aren't immunocompromised don't need a booster at this time. Meanwhile, Minnesota health officials released a statement today about booster recommendations from the CDC. They say they should be available in Minnesota starting the week of September 20th. They added the 3rd dose must be prescribed. We're just about a week out from the Great Minnesota Get-Together, and today we got a clearer picture of what fairgoers can expect this year. Minnesota State Fair officials announced they are strongly urging fairgoers to mask up both inside and outside, but they stopped short of imposing any COVID-related mandates. They say some booths may require masks on their own, and they encourage people to spread out when they can. State Fair leaders acknowledge the new guidance could put a dent in attendance. The Minnesota State Fair opens next Thursday, August 26th, and runs through Labor Day. Well, Peter is here now with a first check of the weather. Hard to believe we're getting that close to Labor Day with these hot temperatures.
Yeah, there is some relief in sight, though. That is some good news, but it was definitely another hot one across the region today, with most getting close to that 90-degree mark or even meeting it or exceeding it. Got a report from Chisholm that they came in at 93 degrees today. Big Fork also coming in at 93. Bemidji at 95. On top of the hill, Duluth International, 87 degrees. And even Superior coming in at 91 degrees for today's high. And you probably still felt that humidity. It wasn't as bad as it was yesterday, though. Yesterday, we were talking about dew points in the mid and upper 60s. Today, we're talking about dew points in the low and mid 60s. So the humidity is still noticeable, but it's not quite as bad as it was yesterday. And we still have that breezy southerly wind in place between 10 and 15 miles per hour at times. That is blowing all the smoke from the fires up north. So that's why we have a air quality warning in place for the northern portions of Lake and Cook County until at least Friday afternoon. That could be extended as we head through to the rest of the week. Currently in Canal Park, coming in at 75 degrees with mostly sunny skies out there, but shaping up to be another mild night tonight, as well as another hot day tomorrow. I'll break down that temperatures coming in just a bit. Kristen?
All right, thank you, Peter. As the drought worsens across Minnesota, the state is entering what's called a drought restrictive phase for 3 major watersheds. The Mississippi River headwaters, the Rainy River, and the Red River watersheds are experiencing extreme to exceptional drought. The restrictions are now in place to protect the drinking water supply. It's part of the state's drought plan. People who hold water appropriation permits should take steps to reduce use. The state is also asking every Minnesotan to do their part to conserve water, including watering lawns less and fewer car washes. A rescue in St. Louis County serves as a good reminder to watch out for low water levels on Northland lakes during this drought. It happened around 8:30 last night on Beaver River in Friedenberg Township. 2 people on board a boat got stuck in mud and heavy vegetation. Someone nearby tried to help, but his boat then also got stuck. Rescue teams got all 3 to shore safely. Farmers in southern Minnesota can now get federal funds to help bounce back from the drought. That includes those hit hardest in Blue Earth, Clay, and Cottonwood counties, along with 15 other counties. They can now apply for emergency loans. No counties in our region were included. And in Wisconsin, the governor is giving $50 million in COVID relief money to farmers across the state. There's already been $50 million in federal funding given out through the Wisconsin Farm Support Program. Applications for the latest round of funding will open later this year after the fall harvest. Evers, who is up for re-election next year, has sole control over how to spend billions of dollars in federal coronavirus relief money the state has received. The battle against the large and growing Greenwood fire continues. The latest size estimate puts the wildfire at 3,200 acres. It's burning about 15 miles southwest of Isabella. The fire is threatening cabins, homes, and recreational sites. Crews are fighting it from the ground and the air. More people and resources are expected to arrive today. There are evacuations, road closures, and forest closures in place. A public meeting is scheduled for tomorrow night at 6 p.m. It will be held at the Wolf Ridge Environmental Center in Finland. And as a reminder, evacuations are underway for several areas, including McDougal Lake, Sand Lake, the County Highway 2 corridor, and just north of State Highway 1. It's affecting around 80 homes. And with the fire 0% contained, more evacuations could be coming. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo explains what residents can expect in the evacuation process and the resources available to help people in need.
People displaced from their homes often have basic needs that need to be met.
Kind of tossed out of their life in some ways. You know, they're evacuated because of a fire or something like that.
That's why the Red Cross established a temporary evacuation point at the Finland Community Center.
And during those first hours and first days, we provide a safe place for them to come, be safe, be out of the weather, have a place to sleep, and have meals, water, snacks, things like that.
Volunteer Rod Winters is used to providing disaster relief across the country, but this fight hits closer to home.
Here, it's the people we work with kind of day in, day out, and these are our neighbors. And so it's much more personal.
People in the projected path of the fire can expect a knock at the door from the sheriff's office, letting them know an evacuation order may be coming.
We identify how many people are living there, staying there, whatever it would be, and then giving them that advanced warning that we may be back based off of what's happening with the fire.
Those who find themselves in that situation have resources to help. Beyond meeting basic needs, the Red Cross has a message to everyone who comes through their doors.
It's welcome. You're in a safe place. Take a deep breath. We're friendly faces, even behind the mask. We're friendly faces, and we'll take care of you here while for these next few hours or these next few days.
So far, no one has had to use that shelter facility in Finland, but volunteers say they're glad they are there to help just in case. Well, 7 aircrafts are being used to fight a brand new wildfire this evening on the Iron Range. It's called the Moose Lake Fire, burning near Lake Leander between Mountain Iron and Cook. Superior National Forest officials say it's 25 acres in size. And we just learned all aircrafts except 1 helicopter have been released from the fire. Several engines, firefighters, and water tenders are still on scene. We'll bring you updates as they're made available. Crews are having some success fighting the whelp fire. Superior National Forest officials first reported the fire yesterday. It's burning 4 miles northwest of Sawbill Lake in a remote area of the BWCA. Aircrafts were able to use water drops to keep the fire from spreading beyond its 10 to 20 acre footprint. The area is too remote for ground crews to safely access. The whelp fire triggered a closure order for the Louse River area. Wilderness rangers are paddling the river to sweep visitors from the area. A hiker has died after falling off a cliff in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Authorities say 75-year-old Douglas Welker was hiking down a trail near a waterfall at Sturgeon River Gorge. That's when state police say Welker slipped off the edge, fell 20 feet, and hit his head. He died at the scene. Authorities say it was an accident. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, keeping your community safe with just a touch of a button could be a possibility with a new app. We'll have the details next.
And satellite radar scanning things dry on this Wednesday evening, but there is some rain as well as thunderstorms in the extended forecast. I'll break down that threat in just a bit.
CBS3 News is brought to you by Villa Marina Health and Rehabilitation Center.
I guarantee you, if your home just burned to the ground or you had a major accident, your first thing you're going to think about is not going to be, I just saved $500 on my auto and home insurance today. It's going to be, am I covered? At Vernon Insurance Agency, our first, second, and third goal is that you understand your coverage, there's no gaps in coverage, and your claims are covered when you have them. Call Vernon Insurance Agency today, 218-384-3970.
Culligan. Our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
How do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
How do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water.
At the DTA, we're making your bus ride even safer. You can now buy your ticket anytime, anywhere, using the new MyDTA app for mobile fare payment and trip planning. Contactless, safe, convenient.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC. Get $2,500 purchase cash on 2021 Sierra light duty crew cab models. Plus current eligible GMC owners get an additional $250 purchase allowance.
Visit your Lake Country GMC dealer.
Villa Marina Health and Rehabilitation Center is a beautiful one-level facility in Superior, Wisconsin, with 24-hour skilled nursing care. With a 5-star rating by Medicare, you can expect high-quality care. We offer a variety of services, including restorative care after a hospital stay, intensive rehabilitative therapy care after surgery, or long-term care for those who are no longer able to handle the necessities of daily life on their own. To learn more, call or visit Villa Marina Health Center in Superior.
Kids and dogs, you gotta love them. But when in the wear is too much and it's time to replace those floors, visit Cloquet Flooring for fresh ideas.
Hello, I'm Shelley. We all know replacing flooring in your home is a sizable investment. With Mohawk's All Pet Protection and Warranty covering all pets, all accidents, all the time, we've got you covered. Contact Cloquet Flooring today to get your free in-home estimate or visit us online at cloquetflooring.com. See our virtual showroom.
Serving with hometown pride, Cloquet Flooring.
Hello, house guest.
Oh, we're in the Big Brother house!
This competition starts now.
Let's do this. Like a ninja.
I am just the hot mess express.
I got choked up a little bit.
The pressure is turned up.
Oh, I'm coming in this house to win.
I won. New Big Brother, tonight at 8/7 Central or stream anytime.
I'm so excited.
On CBS.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
Over the last decade, Minnesota has seen an increase in threats against schools and places of worship. That's according to the state's Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, or BCA. Now they have a new way to detect those threats before anyone gets hurt. CBS 3's Abigail Smith learned about the new See It, Say It, Send It app. Abby, how does this work?
Yeah, so the BCA says this new mission involves an easy, accessible app for Minnesotans to send in crime tips and contribute to their community safety. Here's how it works. First, you can download the See It, Say It, Send It app on your smartphone or other mobile device. There are 3 ways of sending a tip. There's a quick tip, a more detailed tip, or you can chat online through the app. The tip will be given to local law enforcement or shared with schools or places of worship to keep them safe and hopefully prevent any incidents. The BCA says the app is another way to share information and keep the community safe by working together.
We want to rely on you to share information about threats to our schools, religious facilities, so that we can work together to stop the plan before it's carried out.
These tips can be anonymous if the sender wants. That means your phone and phone information will not be tracked. The BCA adds that they do respond to tips that aren't violent as well. The app won't replace any other security plans for worship spaces or schools. The BCA wants to remind people that the app is not 911 and it doesn't replace it, and to always call 911 if you're in an immediate emergency. For more app information, you can visit our website.
All right, thank you, Abigail.
And another hot one across Northland. Once again, Duluth International coming in at 87 degrees, well above average as well. 11 degrees above the average high. Not quite record-breaking territory for us and not quite the 90-degree mark for us. But International Falls, once again, making it to that 90-degree mark. 92 for today's high at International Falls. 3 degrees shy of a record. Yesterday, they actually broke a record, and that would make it 4 days of 90-degree plus heat. So they are officially in heat wave territory, and they should be at least 90 degrees again for today tomorrow. Temperatures across the region, it's definitely a warm Wednesday evening for most of us across the Northland. Most of us looking at mid-upper 80s close to the lake. Out west, still seeing some 90-degree readings like 91 International Falls, 91 Baudette, 92 in Bemidji as well. 85 right now for the UP of Michigan in Ironwood. 85 as well on top of the hill at Duluth International. And we've also seen these dew points begin to come back a little bit, so it's not quite as humid as it was for the day yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about dew points in the mid and upper 60s, close to that 70-degree mark. Some people actually exceeded that. And that's when it really begins to feel really humid. But right now we're talking about dew points for most in the low to mid 60s. So it's definitely still noticeable, but not as humid as a day of yesterday. We got one more day of kind of the 90-degree heat, and that is tomorrow. Most of us looking at 90 degrees. Even Duluth, I think, could make it to 90 degrees tomorrow. The real exception to that heat, once again, is up the North Shore with that southerly wind in place. That means we have a lake breeze going once again. International Falls probably making it to day 5 of 90-degree heat. And we begin to see the heat back off a little bit for the day on Friday, just shy of the 90-degree mark. But then take a look at how these temperatures tumble as we go into the weekend. When Saturday's high temperatures, probably talking about high temperatures, mid and upper 60s, lower 70s. The warmer you will be, the warmest weather closer to the lake for the day on Saturday. And that's on the association of some rain beginning to work its way into the region for Friday night into Saturday. But first, we're talking about very much nothing on Futurecast, say, for the next 24 to 36 hours tomorrow. Once again, looking at mostly sunny skies overhead, as well as that's how we start off the day on Friday. But then come to Friday noon hour, you begin to see more clouds fill in, as well as rain showers off to our west. As we head towards Friday night into Saturday, though, you begin to see those progress west to east. And for right now, 10 o'clock, you can see just kind of lining up through central Minnesota, and those will progress through the state as we head through the rest of the night, Friday night into Saturday. But as we head towards Saturday morning, we begin to see some clearing action. And I say by Saturday afternoon, we could be looking at sunny skies. There is a severe weather threat, though, for those storms. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center has us under a level 1 out of 5 for the areas in green. The areas in yellow looking at a level 2 out of 5, slight risk. Biggest threat being strong winds as well as hail. And your forecast for tonight, temperatures cooling back into the 60s for most across the region. And here's how that 7-day forecast shapes up. We got one more day of the 90-degree heat. Friday, we cool things off a little bit, but then take a look as we head towards the weekend. Temperatures in the 70s once again, and mostly sunny skies overhead. So 90s to 70s, like no time.
Yeah, and let's hope we get a good downpour, because we all certainly need it.
We all need it.
Yeah, thank you, Peter. Well, Alexis joins us now with sports. Busy day, she's running in.
I do, running, lacking my L's. And what do you
know it's another former Bulldog, and he is skating his way up to the next level of hockey. And your Minnesota Twins gifted their fans in the stands with a few extra innings and a win. Iowa Real Sports next.
Up to 40% off Columbia and North Face summer clothing and sandals at Northwest Outlet.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
It's Slumberland's anniversary sale. Get a complimentary 4-night hotel stay at over 400 great hotels. Plus an extra 20% off when you spend $3,000 or more. Buy more, save more, and get the trip. Now at Slumberland.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Auto collisions, work injuries, all injuries. Call anytime, 218-576-8599. Free consultation, no recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota. As the most experienced robotic team in the Northland, we wanted to provide an alternative to the traditional surgical practices that the hospitals offer.
Robotic-assisted surgery allows more complex surgeries through small incisions with lower chances of infection.
We provide individualized and personalized care so you can have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker.
You can learn more online at mnsurgery.com or by giving us a call today.
At Super One Foods, you'll find more than just low prices and better choices. You'll find friendly faces like ours, working hard to save you money.
Super One has a tireless commitment to quality and freshness and a goal of delivering 5-star service to every customer to bring the absolute best value to your shopping experience. Check out these specials available at all Super One locations going on now.
So stop into the Super One Foods right in your neighborhood. Super One Foods, serving you with low prices and better choices.
Tripling up on the Rock Friday night, September 24th, as Black Bear Casino Resort presents Rock the Outer 3 with Skid Row. And welcoming special guest Warrant. Plus Steelheart. Tickets available at the Players Club or online at blackbearcasinoresort.com. Make the Bear your place to rock the Outer with Skid Row, Warrant, and Steelheart.
What does local mean to you?
To me, local means getting your news from people who you trust. I'm Kristen Baki, Chisholm native, UWS grad, and Twin Ports proud.
Local news for local people on Live Local CBS3.
I'm leaving the studio and hitting the road. Okay, so what do we got, gang? To help real families.
Why are you not on Dad's side? I am on Dad's side.
With real problems.
I don't want to be in his marriage.
I'm making house calls. May I come in?
Oh.
Dr. Phil.
Oh, my God. Sometimes it just feels like it's fake.
Ask the questions. Why did you do that?
We need to mend this.
The past is over. The only time is now.
Slumberland's anniversary sale. Spend $1,000 and get a complimentary 2-night hotel stay, plus an extra 10% off. See our huge selection of top brands like Sealy and Tempur-Pedic. Buy more, save more, and get the trip. Now at Slumberland.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Another Bulldog makes his jump to the next level on the ice. Former UMD defenseman Matt Cairns is lacing up his skates in the AHL for Rochester Americans. The 23-year-old blue liner signed a 1-year, one-way contract after making his mark in the 2021 season for the Bulldogs, where he tallied 6 assists in 28 games. He also helped lead UMD to a Frozen Four appearance alongside his veteran leadership. Prior to putting on a gold and maroon sweater, Cairns spent his first 3 years at Cornell University. While in the Big Apple, he posted 3 goals and 3 assists for 6 points in 61 contests for the Bears from 2017 to 2020. In the 2016 NHL draft, Cairns was originally drafted in the 3rd round as the 84th overall pick by the Edmonton Oilers. And at Target Field early this afternoon, the Twins and Indians are back on the diamond to decide who takes the series after Cleveland took Game 2 last night. Taking you to the bottom of 4, where the Indians lead 4-1. Twins' Miguel Sanjo sends one soaring to the upper deck. leaving a young fan very happy. Sanyo's solo shot cuts Cleveland's lead in half 4-2. Now to 5 runners on corners, and it's big Miguel Sano again with the big high-flying rocket to center. That'll tie the ball game at 5. Twins would score 5 in the inning with 6 straight hits. To extras we go. Bases loaded and Jorge Polanco unloads. And we are all singing hip hip Jorge as he scores the 3rd walk-off winner in the Twins' last 3 wins. Twins win 8-7. The leaders of the NL Central keep things rolling in St. Louis with the Cardinals in Game 2 of 3 tonight after winning their 3rd straight last night. The Brew Crew are on pace to tally 98 wins, which is a franchise record. First pitch is set for 6:45. We will have highlights at 10. After 9 years with the UMD men's hockey program, Jason Herter stepped down from his post as associate head coach in April of last year. He said he wanted to pursue other opportunities in hockey. And after a year off, Herter has found one. This morning, Herter confirmed with our radio partner KDAL that he's accepted a new job on the Western Michigan coaching staff. Herter will be staying in the NCHC with the Broncos, coaching under Pat Freshwheeler, who has over after Andy Murray stepped down earlier this summer. Herter was with the Bulldogs for 2 national championships and 5 NCAA tournament appearances. And last week, the Vikings welcomed the Denver Broncos into their practice facility ahead of their preseason opener. This week, the Packers are following suit. Green Bay welcomed the New York Jets for the first of 2 joint practices between the 2 teams. There are family ties between the 2 coaching staffs. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur's brother Mike is the Jets' offensive coordinator. And Jets' first-year head coach Robert Saleh and both LaFleur's brothers coached under 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan. Saturday's game is scheduled for 3:25. And Kristen, I mean, football is already a family affair, but to be having such a rivalry as that, I can't even imagine what game days are like in the household.
Oh, there's something about family competition.
Very.
My siblings and I have such a rivalry. Still
To this day. I think it just goes on into eternity.
I think so. Thank you, Alexis. Well, tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, as the Delta variant continues to infect communities all across the nation, some folks are asking how they can get a booster shot. Tonight, Wisconsin health leaders will share with us who is eligible for a 3rd dose and what the process might look like. Well, when you think of the planet Saturn, the word fuzzy probably doesn't come to mind. But that's how scientists are now describing what they think is at the core of the massive distant planet. Experts used to think the core was rocky, but that has changed. The so-called fuzzy description refers to what they now believe is a slushy mix of ice, rock, and metallic fluids, plus a core that's larger than previously thought. Scientists reached this conclusion not by probing the inside of Saturn, but by studying its rings. Very interesting. You know what else is interesting, Peter? These very hot temperatures we are not used to around here.
Yeah, so no ice, rock, or metallic fluids in our forecast. Just a whole lot of hot heat for now, and then we cool things down as we head towards the weekend with temperatures in the 70s. First, we've got that thunderstorm threat for Friday night into Saturday, but we should dry things out for Saturday night as well as Sunday. Kristen?
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 10.